Can you guess which of these three things was the hardest to implement in my indie game? So I'm working on a game called Legacy of the Botanist. And among other things, here are three features that I've added to the game. One is a system of gates, crystals, and mechanisms. When you activate the mechanism, the crystals light up and the gates open. Now these gates were left behind by the nameless botanist, and the reason that they're there, well, you'll have to play the game to find out. But in terms of gameplay, they do give players a direct path forward if they want one, although you could finish the whole game without ever opening a gate, because there's always a shortcut. Now in this game, there are 5 different plants that you can find, gather, and even garden if you want, just like that. Now each of these plants does something different to your character, but probably the most complex one is one that you find later on, which turns the entire world upside down. In other words, it reverses gravity and lets you walk on ceilings. Having access to this plant, of course, changes the way that you look at the entire game world, because suddenly every ceiling can be a floor. But then the third feature is a simple save load system. So I have these plants over here. If I save the game and then pick all of them and then load the game, those plants are now back. So of those 3 things, the gates, the reverse gravity, and the save load system, which do you think was the hardest for me to add to the game? Well, if you guessed the save load system, you were right. The save load system took me days. Not only had I never implemented a save load system before, but once I did, it broke certain things in the game. But thankfully, after nearly a week, I now have a very stable save load system, which means that we're one step closer to playtesting. Which, by the way, if you're interested in being a playtester, please let me know in the comments. And if Legacy of the Botanist looks like a game you might enjoy, there is a pre-release Steam page linked in my profile if you want to wishlist the game.